I go on my timeline and I just see somebody in transfer portal, man. I'm just saying, people got their own crooked ways about themselves, bro, But I can only control me, man.
Hey, man.
Montana, Lemonious Craig.
After seeing that video clip, I think we can all agree on this. Shedeur Sanders ain't too happy about his star wide receiver leaving. Good morning. I know. It's Monday, and a lot of people hate Mondays, but a couple of years ago, I changed my philosophy. I changed the way I think about them. Mondays are my favorite day of the week because while everybody's sluggish, everybody's dragging behind, not putting in 100% effort, that's when I'm going to dominate and get ahead of everybody else. You got to have that mentality. You got to have it. Life is a video game. It's player versus player. You're not here for motivational Matt, though. Let's be serious. You're here for the breaking news about Colorado football. And oh yeah, by the way, am I the only one who woke up this morning and was like, dang, it is extremely cold outside. For those of you that don't know, I reside in northern Alabama. In the past 2 weeks, it's been like 80 degrees. I wake up this morning, it's like 38 degrees. I don't know what happened. And speaking of cold, I haven't even addressed this. It was snowing in Colorado's spring game. Nobody talked about that. When I turned the game on live and I saw that stuff flying across the screen, I was like, what is that? I had to get up out of my seat. I was like, oh, it's snowing. For the people in Colorado, I have a genuine question. Is that normal to snow at the end of April? I have no idea. And I'll say this and we got to get a move on. I have never been to Colorado, but I want to go. It looks amazing out there and I just want to ski, to be honest. Or not ski, my bad, but I want to snowboard. Okay, Matt, shut up. That is besides the point. Get back on topic. Sorry about that. Look, I get it. We've been talking about Colorado a lot in the past couple of days, but they're the talk of the town. There's a lot of stuff going on surrounding this team. Last night, I talked about how Shedeur Sanders, he silenced all the critics. And right after I upload that video, I'm getting tons of messages from all you guys on Twitter and Instagram talking about Colorado star wide receiver has entered the transfer portal. When I was getting those notifications, I was like, no. There's no way this can be true. My immediate reaction was, okay, this is a joke or something. It can't be real. I didn't want to believe it because it doesn't make sense. This is the same guy I watched on Saturday have 3 catches for 154 yards. I do believe that was his official stat line. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I am, though. For those of you that have no idea who I'm talking about the wide receiver, Montana Lemonious Craig. He went on Twitter and wound up posting this, what I'm going to label as a novel, because you better believe I am not reading all of this. Actually, I did read all of it just so I could get a perspective, but I'm not reading it off to you guys because I don't want to waste your time. All you need to know is it was one of those typical, thank you, Colorado, for everything you've done for me. That was it. I don't know why he needed to put all these words because I know a bunch of other people didn't read it. But here is the very, I guess you shall say, intriguing part about this. He deactivated the comment section. Nobody could comment, and most people were speculating that was so he didn't get a lot of backlash and hate, which I guess would be the only logical explanation. I don't know, in my opinion, if you don't want to see hate comments, just don't look at them. But here's another interesting part about that message. All throughout that message, he never said he was transferring, which also caused a lot of confusion because most people was like, okay, well, what does this actually mean? He didn't confirm it 100%. But if you were to read this message, you could tell it sounded like a goodbye, although he didn't technically say goodbye. What's a better way to explain it? It would be the equivalent to your girlfriend sending you a paragraph saying, hey, thank you for all the years we had a good run and blah, 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 without saying I'm done with you. You see what I'm saying? You just get those vibes. But check this out. Right after the incident, Shedeur Sanders went on Instagram Live and had to say this. Matt wrote a clip.
How he make a post on Instagram, I ain't know. I know. I go on my timeline and I just see somebody in transfer portal, man. I'm just saying, people got their own crooked ways about themselves, bro, But I can only control me, man.
Hey, man.
Montana Lemonious Craig. Somebody said MLC, man. MLC and TP right now, man. But I'm just saying that's foul though. I'm not gonna delete that picture. I should delete now, since we ain't men no more.
No, bro. This for life, man. It's my dog right here.
But what?
I ain't even got nothing to say. I don't want to say the wrong.
You know how it is, bro. It's a crooked world nowadays, man. Crooked world. You lucky he got his comments off. Cause I would tell y'all spam his comments. The dude I just posted on my story. Y'all go spam his comments from the last post before the one he just did, and y'all say, why you leave? 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 Y'all do that for me right quick. Y'all look at the person I just posted on my story and go to a picture that you can't comment and flood it right now. I need at least.
After seeing that video clip, I think we can all agree on this. Shedeur Sanders ain't too happy about his star wide receiver leaving. And maybe calling him a star wide receiver may be a stretch, but he most definitely was the star wide receiver in that spring game. Obviously, let's address the elephant in the room, the question everybody's asking and wondering. Okay, why is this guy leaving? He just went off in the spring game. Why would he leave? And to answer that question, I might have the answer you're looking for. Here's a little fun fact for you. All these players, 99.8% of them that enter the portal, it's because they're not a starter. It is as plain and as simple as that. Very rarely, if ever, do you see a starter at any position enter the portal. It just doesn't happen because logically it wouldn't make sense. You're already starting. Why would you risk that and go to a nurse school? Because you could be on the bench. So you see what I'm saying? This has to do with playing time. Now I know another question all of you are about to say, well, Matt, this guy is one of the best receivers currently on the team, and I agree. But the key word in that sentence I just said is on the team right now. What people didn't see on Saturday is that Colorado has a star wide receiver that goes by the name Xavier Weaver coming in from South Florida. In 2021 at South Florida, he had 700 yards, and it was the same thing for 2022. He was a leading receiver. He's expected to come in and start right away. And they also got another wide receiver coming in who more than likely is going to start right away. And guess where he's from? Jackson State. Remember when Deion Sanders said, hey, I'm bringing some of my guys and their dogs? This is what he was talking about. Those two guys I just named off, they are more than likely going to start. So that's two starting wide receivers. But then you also got to take into account they want Travis Hunter to play wide receiver. So that's going to be wide receiver number 3. And we haven't even talked about the wide receivers they got in the recruiting class. And when I'm talking about recruiting class, I'm talking about out of high school. So I think Montana is looking at this like, dang, I might not start. Because you know Deion Sanders ain't bringing in these star transfer portal players just to sit the bench. That's the best explanation I can give you. If you want a theory as to why he would enter the portal, this is why. He wants to weigh his options, and I'll say this, he definitely boosted his stock after getting 150 yards. I get it, it was a spring game, Colorado's defense, they're trash, but let's just leave it at this. It didn't hurt him having that great performance on national television. But I will say this, and we'll end the video off here. Just let me know your thoughts down below because this is very chaotic. If he believes in himself, I mean, he's a good wide receiver. Why is he running from competition, if all that is true? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is interesting to say the least. Let me know your thoughts down below. But,